What is up, dudes? I'm sitting here editing the new podcast, but I thought I would go ahead and throw this disclaimer in here that most of this podcast we will be talking about the whole controversy of Battlefront 2 when it first was released for EA Early Access, the whole microtransactions controversy. But literally an hour after we were done recording that podcast, EA came out with this here and basically said that they disabled, what does it say? Hold on. Turned off all in-game purchases, which we'll see how long that lasts. But anyways, I just want to throw that disclaimer out there so it'll save you a trip down to the comment sections where people would not realize that this was recorded before that, and they would freak out and be like, "Oh, you bunch of faggots didn't know that they disabled microtransactions." So, with keeping that in mind, enjoyed this podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Slightly Better Than Average podcast, part 4.
Yeah.
I say part 4 like this is a continuing series, but it's not.
It's not like episode 4.
Episode 4, that's better.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today, Mike? Because I don't know the subject.
Yeah, so this is a subject that's really got me and a lot of my friends pissed off is...
All hot and bothered?
Yeah, hot and bothered.
Straight and nettled?
Yeah.
I love that.
Straight nettled.
Nettled. I went into my brother, I was like, "You nettled?" And he was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Nettled?"
Where'd you come up with that?
Oh, I don't even know.
That's pretty funny.
I saw it on some show recently. I don't remember what it was, though.
Yeah. So what we're talking about today, for at least this first section, is the Battlefront 2 controversy. So for those of you who don't know, here's the lowdown. So Battlefront 2 is out right now for people that have the EA Early Access subscription.
Oh, okay.
It's like a thing you pay for. You just get games like 2 weeks early.
Right.
And some other stuff. It's kind of like you do it through Origins, I think.
Okay.
Or whatever. So it's out right now for those people. And there's been a lot of user reviews coming out saying how bullshit the entire economic system is in the game.
Of Battlefield?
Battlefront. Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront.
Confused. And not Battlefront 2, the original one. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
Which, if you go on Steam now, that game on Steam, it says Battlefront 2 Classic 2005.
Oh, really?
That's what the whole title is now.
I own that game.
Yeah, I do too. I downloaded it the other day and played it for a little while, and it's jank.
It's jank.
It was good for the day, but it just nowadays it's just jank.
I think maybe better than the new one, though, depending.
No, because, I mean, a lot of the stuff in the new one's good. It's just this one issue, which is huge. So, a lot of people complained that when the first Battlefront came out, meaning the previous one, the one right before this one, not the OG Battlefront.
The next-gen Battlefront.
Yeah, the 2015?
I think it was 14 or 15.
Yeah, when that came out, it was 2015, right?
Yeah, it was 15 because it came out before Star Wars Episode 8. No, 7. Episode 7. This one's before Episode 8.
So a lot of people complained about the season pass thing. You know, that's been on a lot of games for a while now.
That's been just a thing.
Yeah, that's just been a thing. So a lot of people complained about that. So what the developers did I don't know if it was DICE or EA's decision, but there's no season pass, and all the DLCs are free.
Okay.
Now, in order to make up that lost money, they introduced microtransactions.
Right.
Which normally is fine. I'm okay with that normally for most situations. But they also made it so the entire way you progress in the game is random. So in order to progress a character, or a class, in order to progress a class, you have to equip they're called star cards to the character.
Okay.
It's like cards, and you put them on your character, and it buffs certain aspects of your character, like makes them better. Like if it's a sniper character, it's like sniper. You can give a card that does like 75% more damage with the snipers.
Okay.
And then there's levels to those cards. So there's usually 4 tiers. One's like 25, 50, 75, and 100% more.
Okay.
But the way you unlock that is completely random.
All right.
So you could be playing the game, and at the end of the game, you get a loot crate. You open the loot crate, it gives you X amount of cards, and they're completely random. So even though you play a support class, you could get a card that's like you do 100% more damage with a sniper rifle.
Okay.
For a class you don't even play as.
Right.
Or you could get, like, you have an equal chance of getting the one that does only 25% damage. It's completely random.
Can you repeat drops? Like, could I never get the 100% but only get 25s?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
In the beta, like, once you had a card, you could keep it, I think. No. I think you can delete the cards and you get currency. You get a crafting currency to buy cards that you, like, build cards that you want.
Okay.
Kind of like Gwent. I don't know if you ever played the standalone Gwent game.
I played Hearthstone. Same deal.
Yeah.
You can break down cards for crafting.
Yeah, I think to my knowledge, it's like that.
Okay.
The other issue with the game is that at the end of, to my knowledge, at the end of a game, whether you win or lose, your team, no matter how good you did as an individual, your team gets all the same amount of money.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
The last one was like, it's really frustrating and annoying, but I don't really care. That one is like unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
So I think obviously you get more money if you win, you get less money if you lose. But
the point is
if you went 40-2, you get as much money as the guy that went 2-40.
That's not okay.
Yeah. And then by this, okay, so to set that up, so everyone progresses at the same rate, pretty much. Okay. On average, everyone progresses at the same rate, getting credits, which you use to buy characters and other unlockable things. Characters meaning like Darth Maul.
The heroes.
Yeah, like heroes and stuff.
Hero characters.
So this is what everyone freaked the fuck out about, is the amount of credits you needed to buy one hero without unlocking anything else, no other guns, no other anything. To buy one hero of the top tier, like Darth Vader or Luke, took 40 hours of grinding.
What?
Yeah.
40 hours in a shooter?
Or you can buy them with money.
Ah.
And that's what everyone freaked the fuck out about.
So the other two things are kind of just bullshit, but it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Yeah.
But this one is obvious, like...
Yeah. So
play our game for 40 hours and never enjoy it. And don't enjoy it. Or
just pay a few bucks and...
Or just pay like $10 and get it.
Yeah, pretty much. To my knowledge, EA has responded and they lowered the price of the heroes by like 75%.
Okay.
But also there are
that's still
rumors...
10 hours of grinding.
There are still rumors and reports saying that they also lowered the money... the amount of money you get per game. So it's basically the same ratio now.
Shitbirds.
Yeah.
Bunch of shitbirds.
That's a rumor. That second part's a rumor. I don't know. The game's not out yet, so I don't have
neither of us subscribe to some bullshit EA early access shenanigans.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
But I have a life and I have money. Like I have to pay bills and shit.
Yeah.
So that's what everyone's freaking out about right now. And then for me and my friends, we got in a bigger discussion about like microtransactions, season passes, and stuff in general.
Okay.
Now, as far as Battlefront 2 goes, I'm still a little bit... as long as they lower it from like 40 hours of grinding for one character, that's just...
That's insane.
I don't even have words for that. I was trying to come up with a word. There's not even words for how stupid that is.
Just an atrocity towards gaming.
Yeah. That's like... That's some like fucking suit who has never played a video game in his life, just picking an arbitrary number.
Yeah, it should take about 40 hours.
Yeah.
If they don't buy anything else.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And like Destiny's a grindy game.
Destiny's grindy.
That doesn't even compare.
No, Destiny's grindy, but like 40 hours of grinding in Destiny gets you all the guns you need.
Well, yeah, and Colin brought this point up. He was just playing devil's advocate, and he was like, in Destiny, like your drops are random too. As far as like progression, he's like, your drops are random too. But my response was, but it's always a linear progression.
Yeah.
So you almost rarely get stuff that's worse than what you have when it's like the same type of engram. Like, if you get a legendary engram, it's almost never going to be worse than what you have.
Right.
It's always going to be a higher light level.
It usually comes down to stylistic preference.
That's pretty much, yeah.
And or like, oh, this is technically better for this raid because it single fires and headshots well, so blah.
Yeah, or
like,
it does special damage against these kind of enemies.
Yeah.
But as far as like, your light, by unlocking stuff, your light level is always going to go up.
Right, and in Destiny 2, and that was how it was in Destiny 1. In Destiny 2, they made it even more balanced with when you unlock an engram, it scans your like character and does it for the highest possible light level equipped, not for what you're actually wearing.
It's always done that for me, as so long as it's the same level of gear.
Yeah,
like if you have a legendary gear and you get rare gear, it's not always going to be a higher light level. Because it's not as good a piece of gear.
But if it's legendary and you're wearing legendary, it's going to be as good.
I don't think I've ever gotten, while wearing legendary or exotic, I don't think I've ever gotten a lower legendary or an exotic.
No, I haven't either.
Unless I have, some of my exotics are boosted way the fuck up. So obviously, they're max level. So everything else is, I think the highest light level an exotic can drop is 300. Mm-hmm. But the highest, I think the highest you can upgrade something is to 305.
Okay.
So I don't think any exotic drops at 305.
Right.
Actually, maybe not. Because how the fuck do you get... Maybe like there's legendaries that drop that high. Because I'm trying to think of how you get above 300.
To upgrade.
Yeah.
Legendaries, most likely.
Yeah. And then exotics, if you delete them and you want to get them back, you can go in your vault and buy them back for really cheap. But they'll be at a lower light level, like 250 or something.
Right.
But
then just upgrade it.
But anyways, as far as like microtransactions go, like Destiny, I'm totally cool with it because it's all cosmetic. And also, this is Destiny 2. Destiny 1, there wasn't really microtransactions until way later in the game. But I think they were the same thing. I think they were just cosmetic.
It's cosmetic except for sparrows.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect gameplay almost at all.
Some sparrows were faster, but the fastest sparrows were usually quest unlock anyway.
Yeah.
So if you like lost the sparrow racing event because some other guy had something he bought and you had your basic sparrow, then it's just your fault.
Yeah.
For not doing quests.
That's true.
So
and in Destiny 2, you can buy stuff from the microtransaction store with real money, but you can't buy individual things with real money. What it is you can buy engram packs with real money.
Right.
That will unlock the Eververse store, which is the microtransaction store, only has a certain amount of things you can buy from it, and it changes those things out randomly. But it's always just those things. You can see when you open it up, it shows you, here's everything you could potentially get.
Right. So is it worth the risk for your real money?
No, it's not. Because because there's a separate currency in the game where you can just buy that stuff individually with that currency. You can buy the ones that you want.
The silver dust?
Yeah, silver dust, which you get from deleting drops from or dismantling drops from bright engrams.
Yeah.
So every time you get a bright engram and you take it to the Eververse store and it gives you gear, every time you delete that gear, it gives you bright dust.
Right.
And sometimes by turning in bright engrams, it'll just be like a massive fuck ton of stardust, as that's what you get as your reward.
Right. Point is, the microtransactions in Destiny make sense.
Yeah, you can pay money, but you don't need to.
You don't need to.
I've gotten everything I've wanted from the microtransaction store without paying money.
And you can do the same thing in Battlefront if you want to grind for 40 hours and not unlock anything else on your way to that 40-hour mark.
Yeah. And also, but you can pay money to get, in Battlefront 2, you can pay money to get loot drops that give you the star cards that make your characters better.
So it's like full pay to win.
It's full pay to randomly win or not.
Oh.
So you pay money and you could get better stuff.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you win or lose, you get the same amount as your other teammates.
Yeah. And the reason they did that is to make you play stuff that you wouldn't normally give a chance. Which is kind of true because in the beta, I wouldn't play an officer.
Okay.
And I got a bunch of cards to play. As the officer, I got a bunch of buff cards, so I was like, I'll try it, and it wound up being my favorite class in the game.
Okay.
So I kind of get their point.
I kind of get it, but that's not their responsibility or their decision.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
if you want to fucking have all the buff cards for
Yeah.
a class and never use it.
Yeah, and I saw a lot
That's
of people.
fucking fine.
I saw a lot of people bitching about how Battlefield 1 had microtransactions, but again, it's almost all. It's like 95% purely cosmetic.
Right.
The only thing you could unlock by buying the battle packs were where you could get pieces. In order to get like some of the best melee weapons in the game, you got to like get puzzle pieces and put them together. And those were randomly dropped in loot boxes.
Oh, okay.
But again, you almost never melee in that game, so it's not gonna like you're not gonna go 40 and 2 if you were a trash player. You're not gonna go 40 and 2 because you got of a melee weapon.
But if you're a trash player who just bought Vader day one of launch,
Yeah, you're probably gonna wreck shit.
and you're
If there are like tiered heroes in that game, because in the first Battlefront there were not tiered heroes; they were all kind of balanced.
okay,
Because everyone had their preference. Apparently, in this one they're tiered, which kind of makes more sense lore wise.
Lore Rise definitely makes a ton more sense because
Yeah.
Han Solo should never defeat Lord Vader.
Yeah,
Like it
it
just
didn't happen in the it like
Like-
yeah, 10 out of 10 times Vader's gonna win that fight.
Vader couldn't, or Solo couldn't even beat his own son. So
That's true.
whatever.
Yeah.
Vader's so much more hardcore.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of like the tiered heroes a little bit. At first I didn't, but then the more I think about it, the more I kind of like that idea. But so long as like if you're really good with a character, like you should still be able to beat.
Right.
Like if you're playing Boba Fett and you're super good, you should be able to beat a trash Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like
Because you're good, and
Yeah.
they're not. And it's always the trash players that like buy the best stuff day one because they're trash.
Yeah. Oh, and also the other thing that we brought up in this conversation that I had earlier with my friends was how like pretty much every video game now has microtransactions.
Yeah.
Even the new Call of Duty has microtransactions
Does it?
and random loot boxes. Like that seems to be the whole thing. And I was going to talk about Reddit real quick. So one of the EA devs, not EA devs, that doesn't make any sense. They're a publisher. I think it was either a representative from EA or it was one of the devs from DICE. Posted a thing on Reddit saying like, "Oh, we hear your problems and we're going to fix it this way," and it wasn't the way people wanted it fixed at all. And it is the most downvoted comment in Reddit history. Anywhere on Reddit.
I saw that. It was
Which probably has more content than any other website besides maybe YouTube.
right.
Like, it's the most downvoted thing in history.
I mean, sucks to suck, I guess,
Yeah.
Mr. Dev, or publisher.
And now the most downvoted video of all time was Infinite Warfare trailer. So
Was
that's
it?
the most downvoted things on multiple websites are all video game related.
You know, Infinite Warfare was trash. So
That's true. But I had this thought earlier, which was I'm okay now with the idea of games becoming more expensive up front in order for there to be less season passes. Not no DLC, not no paid DLC, because I don't mind paid DLC if it's good.
right. That's
Yeah.
and it's the way it's always been.
Yeah. Or no microtransactions. If a developer came out and said, "We're making this game, it's going to be $120. It's a good game." Not them saying that, but it is a good game.
Right.
There's 0 microtransactions and no season passes.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
fine
pay
with
for that. I'd pay for that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
If it's a game that I'm going to play
Definitely.
for a while, I'm okay with that.
Like Bethesda came
Because,
out, and were
like, if you look at the price of video games throughout history, there's always been a steady increase.
yeah,
Except for the last decade.
right.
The last decade, video game prices have stayed the same,
At 60,
but the cost of making video games has grown exponentially.
right.
It went from like a couple $1 million to make a good game to like some of these games are like $50 to $100 million to make.
Right.
So I'm okay with paying more for games.
No, yeah, absolutely. Because like, I mean, season passes are just annoying. But
Yeah.
microtransactions really have no place in, like,
Yeah.
most console and PC gaming.
Yeah.
Like, they really don't.
I remember the first season pass that I ever bought, I think was Borderlands 2. And that was some of the best money I ever spent.
Yeah.
Because all those DLCs were priced they were the same price as like a normal DLC for any other game. And then buying the season pass, you saved like $20 total.
Right.
So basically you got one of the DLCs for free. And they were some of the best DLCs in gaming history.
The Borderlands 2. Yeah.
Yeah. All of them were good.
Just amazing.
Some of them were better than others, but all of them were good.
Right. Yeah, I'd be cool with that if it was like...
Yeah. But I've also been totally bamboozled by season passes.
Oh,
the
for real?
worst, the worst being, I think it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is one of my favorite games ever. But I bought the season pass because they said there was going to be like 3 DLCs for it, and then there was 1.
That is some cuck foolery.
So that was some bamboozling for sure.
What the hell?
And the game was out for so long that everyone forgot that they were going to release DLCs for it.
Ugh.
And the DLC that they did release was amazing. You got
But
to
the
play
point
as
is-
my favorite, probably the assassin that I think has the best loadout of all time, which is Adewale. But
The point is, that was like $50 for...
yeah, I don't think it was 50. It was like
like
it was either
40.
like 35 or 40.
Okay.
And there was a bunch of small DLCs like skin packs for your ship and costumes and stuff.
Was a total of 3 DLCs. They done bamboozled you.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure some of those were also pre-order things.
Oh.
So I get confused with pre-orders. Anytime like a game comes out and I do get the season pass and the pre-order stuff, like I get confused.
Which one
one's
is which?
Yeah. Which those days are long gone. I don't think I've pre-ordered a game in forever.
No.
I think the last game I pre-ordered and got was Fallout 4.
Yeah. I think the last...
Yeah, I don't think I pre-ordered anything else.
Man, what's the last game I legitimately pre-ordered?
Sometimes I like pre-ordering stuff
it was,
because I like going and chilling with fans of the same stuff I am before a game comes out.
Right.
Like I love that.
The last Hangout pre-order... Dude, here we go. Back on Elder Scrolls.
Was Fallout 4 for me.
Mine, last one where I went to like the midnight release was Skyrim.
Yeah.
I think the last pre-order I did was World of Warcraft Legion. The last expansion they did.
The best one I ever went to was the Halo 4 one.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Halo.
it was because it was the first Halo that's come out in a long time.
Right.
Especially anyone with Master Chief in it.
Yeah.
And it was so lit. And they had like the National Guard out there. This was before I was in the National Guard, but they had the National Guard out there with Humvees, and they had like the Humvees trunks were open, and they were like you could play the game early
What?
while you were waiting.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, it was at the one on Mall Road.
They like,
and it was like
and sign right here.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. That's what
It's
they're
like,
doing. Obviously.
join the real
Yeah,
UNSC.
it was a recruitment thing for sure. But like, I remember the line like wrapped around the building. That whole like
Fucking amazing.
complex, like it was crazy.
Fucking great. You know what game I want them to make a second one of, and I would lose my mind if they did.
What?
Fucking, I want another ODST game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
ODST was
no,
so
dude. I saw
good.
I saw one of the best memes ever.
Also, it'd be 343. 343 needs to silence every weapon except for the shotgun and the sniper rifle.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't be mad if they had a silent sniper rifle, but
It couldn't be the 14mm one.
no, it'd probably be like just a silenced DMR with a long scope on it. I had a perfect 343 meme about ODST too. I don't know if I posted it
Wow,
on
you are
here,
going deep in our meme.
but yeah, our meme library. Okay, I don't think I posted it. It's on my phone. I'll show it to you. If I even know where the hell it is. Here it is. Dude, that's funny that you say that. Because obviously someone else thought that and made this meme.
Dude, ODST is just, it was so good. Well, and I don't think I ever really felt how lethal the Covenant were until I played as a fucking Marine.
Yeah, and then
I was like, oh my god.
And you realize how tall they are?
Yeah, they're giant. But,
Yeah.
And like grunts are your height. And like,
Yeah.
or just about.
Did I seriously not post it?
I don't think
Should
you did.
be based on my meme history. It should have been right here.
We're doing some fucking.
So I'm looking at the ones that are in my library. And
some
comparing it
meme
to these
anthropology.
ones. But here it is. I'll post it in the video when I edit it, but so everyone else can see it.
Dude, that shit's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, give me ODST too.
Yeah, ODST
Hell, let
2
Bungie-
will never happen.
Let Bungie do it. Bungie would do it.
No, they wouldn't.
I bet they would. Do you really think if 343 was like, you guys can make it? It's fine.
Oh, if 343 gave them permission, but I don't think they would. Also, wasn't there supposed to be a third Halo game in the new trilogy?
I think so.
Did they just cancel that?
Halo 6? I don't know. Fucking probably. Because it was trash.
Yeah.
Because the storyline
No,
was
Halo.
like, what the hell?
Yeah, the storyline was garbage, but the Halo 5 multiplayer did very well.
Mechanically, it was a good game, but...
Oh, Halo 5 mechanically felt like every other Halo should have.
Right.
Like, when I played Halo 5, even though I didn't like the story, when I played Halo 5, I was like, this is the way Halo was meant to feel.
Yeah.
Like, it felt so good. It was just so smooth and intuitive.
Yeah.
Because the Halo all the other Halo controls for any other game were not intuitive. You had to sit there and fucking learn.
You had to learn.
It was like Dark Souls. You had to like learn the controls because they were weird as fuck compared to
Well, and they
other.
changed every game.
That's true. They did
They
change.
changed most games.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about, like...
I think I wound up sticking. Eventually, I hated the reach controls. I thought were the worst.
Really?
But then eventually, I grew to understand that it was the best controls.
The best controls?
Yeah, I stuck with. In any game, I use the reach controls where RB is melee. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes it's I don't know, it just works better.
It's just, yeah. Once you get good at it,
Mm-hmm.
you understand. Once you have the click moment and you understand.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, ODST. I want it.
yeah, it was so good.
I need to replay that game. I really do.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the game were the random like telephone collectible things.
Yeah.
Was like play the audio clips of some girl I cared nothing about at all.
That I didn't give a singular fuck.
Yeah,
Was it like the story of like a citizen surviving it? Was that it?
yeah. No, she had some kind of role.
Or was she in the game somehow? I don't remember.
She had some kind of involvement with Vigil, I think, who was I think it was Vigil who was the AI that runs the city.
Yeah.
It had something to do with that.
Some shit, but...
I didn't care. I think I collected them all once just for shits and giggles, and then
But...
I never. Oh, I did collect them all because the more you find, the more weapon caches open around the city.
Ooh.
So there's one. If you find enough of them, you get a weapon cache where there's like mongooses and snipers and shotguns that you can take to like just in the open world part.
Amazing.
And having snipers and shotguns and mongooses in the open world, is
the
so
best.
good. But yeah. Also, Nathan Fillion was in that game, so like it's obviously one of the best ones just for that.
Right. I think one of the best parts of that game was sieging the Office of Naval Intelligence headquarters.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it was so fucking
Oh, and that
good.
was the first Halo that had Firefight, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I love Fire. Oh, wait. Yeah, because that game came out before Reach, so it
Yeah.
did. Yeah, Firefight was amazing.
So good.
Yeah. And then Firefight and Reach was probably my favorite part about Reach.
I think Reach was really good because didn't Bungie make Reach, but then 343 bought them halfway through?
Yeah, that's
Bought
the
it
game
halfway
where
through.
Bungie made, and then 343 eventually took over, and then that's when that game went to utter shit.
Yeah.
Because they changed all the mechanics of the game.
Oh, boo.
Or they didn't change the mechanics, they rebalanced it into a horrible, horrible way.
Stop your shit.
I think Henry was the only person I know that liked the rebalance.
Yeah, because he liked the armor lock shit.
Yeah, armor lock is fucking cancer.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why
so-
I hate.
so dumb.
Dude, look at my Halo Reach case. If I can find it, it's the only game case I ever destroyed
Oh, did you fucking throw it?
because I got so mad because everybody was armor locking that I took the game out of my Xbox, put it in the case, went like this, and just fucking threw it as hard as I could.
You're like, and fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It was in my house in Georgia, and and then we had like a basement. Our basement had a huge basement. It was split in half, and half of it was unfinished, and half of it was finished. And I opened up the door to the unfinished part, and just to the void of darkness, and I just threw it as hard as I could in there. Because I was like, I'm done with this fucking game.
Pretty
I
good
don't think I went
description.
and found it for like another couple weeks.
Pretty good description of like Halo Reach armor lock is what that right
Yeah.
there.
It's use it or lose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which there's no way, even above season passes and microtransactions and pay to win, there's no way to piss me off more than to say, you have all these options to play different ways, but if you don't use this one, you die.
You are done.
And that is Call of Duty multiplayer. Which is, if there's always a god gun, and if you don't use that gun, then you're trash.
You're fucking done. Well, the stats only look average. That's the point. They're all right in the center. Fire rate, damage, accuracy, and it kills everybody.
Wait, what?
In Call of Duty, like God gun is always one with the stats are all halfway perfectly down the center.
Yeah.
Because
or
it's
they're
like,
all like 60%.
yeah,
Right.
which is even more cancer.
I stopped. Modern Warfare 2 was the one where I realized I started disliking Call of Duty, even though that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Like multiplayer-wise, campaign-wise, it was one of my favorites. Because that was the first time I ever got yelled at for hard scoping with a sniper.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
What do you mean?
what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm just sniping. I'm not even camping. I'm moving around. But he's like, you fucking hard scoper. I'm like, what else do you do with a sniper?
You fucking what?
Because I didn't know about quick scoping and all that shit.
Well, you're not a cancerous insect.
Yeah.
So
I did learn about drag scoping. I did do that for lulz.
what is drag scoping?
Drag scoping is the opposite of quick scoping. So quick scoping is where you zoom in and then before it zooms in all the way you shoot. Drag scoping is where you zoom in all the way and then let go and it starts to zoom out and then you shoot.
Oh.
So it's almost like you're shooting at the same point, but one's on the way to zoom in and one's on the way to zoom out.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was fun. Because it was like I'm already good at sniping, so this adds a little bit of a challenge to I get a good
Right.
shot and then I zoom out and shoot and still hit them in the head.
Right.
So that was when I started, like that planted the seed of my Call of Duty dislike.
When someone
Yeah.
yelled at you for hard scoping.
scoping, yeah.
You mean just using a sniper rifle?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Get out of here, you fucking cancer weeaboo noob.
I heard normies get out.
Yeah.
I heard that from some people that I know that play World War II that like that sniping in it is like back to like Modern Warfare 1 type
Yeah.
shit. Like it's really good.
Oh,
again.
Best Snipers was in World at War.
You think so?
Yeah, that was my favorite. But also, that's when I realized that there would be a good World War One game eventually, is because I played in this server on World at War where it was bolt actions and no scopes only. No scopes, not meaning no scopes, but like you couldn't use a scope on your sniper rifle. So it was bolt action. It was bolt action, iron sights only on search and destroy. Hardcore.
Search and Destroy is amazing.
Search and Destroy hardcore.
Oh.
Hardcore. So you only get one
Hardcore
life.
Search?
Only one life. One hit kills with bolt action rifles and iron sights.
Amazing.
That was the most fun I've ever had in a Call of Duty multiplayer. And that's when I realized, I was like, there would be a good World War One game. Because almost every gun in World War One was, even though in Battlefield 1 there's more than just bolt action rifles, in real life it was like at least 75% bolt actions was what people used. So I was like, no, there'd be a good World War One game. Oh, and then the moment I decided to stop playing Call of Duty multiplayers was in Black Ops 1. And I got, for one, they labeled the AK-74U as a submachine gun, which it's not. It's just a short assault rifle.
First of all, it's not. Also, it's the best sniper rifle / shotgun in the game.
Yes. I got killed up front with it in like 2 seconds.
From across the map.
And then
in
I
2
got
seconds.
sniped with one shot, one bullet, not in hardcore mode, one bullet to the head across the map when the guy was using it with a silencer, which is supposed to either lessen the accuracy or the damage. I forget which one.
I think it's accuracy.
It's not bullet speed, because Call of Duty doesn't have bullet speed because they're not good. Because they're trash.
But, trash noobs.
Yeah.
Normies.
Yeah, fucking normies. I don't even think he was using a stock for it either. I think it was just...
boo.
He just had I think he had like rapid fire and a suppressor, and he just one shot headshot me across the map on a big map with an AK-74U.
And
I'm like,
I
know it's not a submachine gun, but if you're gonna label a submachine gun in a game and have it as a submachine gun,
it needs a function
with
like
submachine gun stats. It should not one shot headshot people across the map. And that's when I stopped playing Call of Duty multiplayers. I haven't touched a Call of Duty multiplayer since Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 was the last one I got.
I'll play bots. I love bots. I play bots with my friends a lot in Black Ops 1 because that's hilarious. We put like 3 of us versus a full team of bots on veteran, where they're just like fucking like shooting all over the place and getting headshots.
Where they're fucking laser accurate.
Yeah.
Killers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun for me. And zombies. I buy pretty much every Call of Duty for zombies.
For zombies.
Yeah. Except for Black Ops 3, zombies was just like absurd. It was just ridiculous. It was basically a puzzle RPG with zombies in it. It like was ridiculous.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Yeah.
I didn't play it.
Me and Alan, like we were having like a zombies day. It was like me, Colin, Kyle, Alan, and maybe our friend Phil. And we were just playing Black Ops 1 zombies all day because Black Ops 1 zombies is best because you have all the old school maps.
Yeah.
So basically, you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And then we're like, no, let's try
Kino.
Let's try a newer one. So yeah, Kino. We're like, let's try a newer one. So I have Black Ops 3, and we put it in there because none of us had played it, and like we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And everybody had to go to work except for me and Alan. So me and Alan spent the whole day doing research on how to beat the Black Ops 3 zombies, and we finally did.
Nice.
And it took forever. It took the whole day just to learn how to play it, and like because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, like
we basically figured out how to complete as far into the story of that level as far as you can in like the first 2 levels.
Right.
But yeah.
But rip.
It's insane.
It's too much.
Or first 2 waves, I mean, not levels, but yeah, it's ridiculousness. Yeah. So I think that with all this microtransaction bullshit, I think we're gonna start to see the true rise of indie games.
You really think so?
Yeah. I mean, they've been on the up and coming for a while now, but I think we're going to people are finally getting sick enough of this bullshit.
I think
to actually do something about it.
I don't know if it'll be the rise of indie games or like the downfall of EA.
Yeah, it's going to be the downfall of fucking something.
Right, somebody's got to go down because like
it'll be like it needs to be like EA and Activision need to just die,
just stop existing. Yeah, true.
Yeah, because the thing EA always had going for them was it was always overpriced. They always had like stupid microtransaction bullshit.
Yeah,
but it was always good games.
It was a good game.
The games were quality games.
Yeah,
that's not the case anymore.
No, now it's just apparently garbage.
Because the new their new car game that came out, whatever the fuck it is, literally uses the exact same system. Everything I talked about for Battlefront 2 uses the exact same system, but for a car game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You get cards, random cards that you put on your cars that do like 75% better engine shit. So it's a car game where there's not even a garage to upgrade your car.
If you want a good racing game, just buy Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Grand Theft Auto 5. I was always super big into the Forza games.
Yeah, any Forza game.
Yeah. Back when I played PlayStation a lot, I played a fuck ton of Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I like Forza more. Gran Turismo always had better graphics and mechanics, but Forza always had better like customization.
In-depth car shit.
Or you can just buy the best car game of all time, which was...
Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit.
No. Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah.
Carbon Edition. I think that's what it was.
The Carbon Edition.
Or Midnight City, which was Rockstar's like... So it's basically GTA racing, but it's just a car game.
Just that?
Yeah, it was Midnight City. Dub Edition. I think it was Midnight City 2. Dub Edition was sweet as fuck.
Or you could just be like a real man and just watch Fast and the Furious 7 repeatedly. That's what you do. Yeah, I think you're right. I think indie games are going to rise up. I think the problem is with like...
It might, maybe not even indie games, but just like...
better games.
Just like other developers that aren't part of the big 5 or whatever, however many developers there are. Like, we're going to see some other developers that maybe they're not indie, but they're not AAA. Right. Like, somewhere in between. They're AA. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Is Bethesda AAA?
They are now considered AAA.
Okay.
I'd say after Skyrim, they were definitely considered AAA.
After Skyrim, AAA, but pre-Skyrim, 2.5.
They were in that 2A. I don't know.
They were like, they were like AAA.
I'd say Oblivion is, in my opinion, the way I remember it playing out,
was Oblivion is what put them on the map.
Like in a big bad way.
Yeah. Oblivion was like, oh shit, here's this newer developer, and they're gonna do lots of crazy shit.
Right.
And then they came out with Fallout 3, and that boosted them even more because Fallout 3 was amazing.
Right. And Fallout was already a really popular series that like was around before they acquired it.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big scandal when for a while Bethesda wanted to make a Fallout MMO.
Oh my god, what?
But and it was actually in development, but the company that previously owned Fallout wanted the rights to it. It was something weird, and there was like a contractual loophole where they actually could have rights to it. It was some weird thing.
You motherfuckers!
So I think they took it to court, and then basically the game just never got developed by anybody. I had the Game Informer that talked about all of it.
Now I love ESO. As much as it's like it's not a perfect MMO, it's not fucking World of Warcraft.
No,
we get it. But goddamn, that would have been so much better if it was fucking Fallout.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
If it was Fallout and it was like there was the settlements and cities, and then the second you go outside them, it's just like free for all. Unless it was like someone like say like you were in a faction, because there's like a bajillion factions in Fallout.
Right. Well, there would just be the PvP and the non-PvP servers. To where if you were in a different faction, like you couldn't kill each other.
No, I mean like it's open world, and then if you decide to join, not a faction, you don't. It's not like a starting faction. It's not like choose your side in the beginning.
Oh.
Like it's like after you get in the game, you can join the Brotherhood of Steel or join like the Enclave or join this, and then from that point on, people also in that faction couldn't fight you, like other players in that faction. But otherwise, the second you walk out of a city, there could just be fucking madness.
It was fucking on.
Yeah. Because that's the only way I think you could get that true apocalyptic feel.
Well, in all fairness, for your argument of like, it's just like in ESO. If you see somebody from a different faction in a zone, it's fucking on. Like
that's true. Like if you go into Cyrodiil, it's on.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about everywhere.
There was a couple times in Skyrim when I was in not Skyrim the game, but in ESO, Skyrim the region in ESO, where like I 2v1 some bitches who kept messing with me.
Yeah.
Well, I built like this really weird like crit cleric, so I was like one hitting everybody. But yeah.
Dude, my character in ESO is the weirdest fucking character ever. It was some random build that I found online called the Thor build.
Okay.
And so basically you start as a sorcerer, so that way you can get all the elemental, like all the electric damage.
Yeah.
But then you play with heavy armor, and then you're supposed to use a hammer, but I used a greatsword because I like greatswords better.
Right.
So basically, you are heavy armor with two-handed weapons, but you're buffed by all the electric damage. So like you're dealing electric damage, and then you also have electric buffs that let you absorb more damage. So basically, you're a heavy sorcerer tank. That's basically, and you could just wreck shit. It was ridiculous.
That's one thing I did like about ESO over.
It wasn't good in PvP, but in PvE, like you could solo some of the dungeons and shit. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
yeah, that's one thing I like about ESO more than other MMOs. Though I'll give it that is like
it destroys the godhead.
The
what do they call it? The three.
The Trinity.
The Trinity. Yeah. It destroyed the idea of the Trinity.
Yeah, like there's still
which I love.
There's kind of more DPS-y people, more healery and more tanky, but like
some of them are obvious. Like if you play whatever the I forget all the classes. What was the one class that was like super DPS-y?
Knight, Stalker, Knight, something.
Yeah, like it was like I don't think I've ever seen someone play that anything else than what it was supposed to be.
I don't think you can heal with that one. I think you could tank technically.
Yeah.
But it was like through weird evasions and shit.
Yeah, like I don't think I even ever saw someone use that class with like heavy armor and a two-handed.
No.
I don't think I ever saw that. It was like if you played that class, you pretty much stuck to what that class was supposed to be.
You used the bow.
Dragon Knight, I think that's what it was called, right?
Yeah, there was a Dragon Knight.
Or Dragon Warrior or whatever. Like that one, you could see some versatility. I think Sorcerer was the one that had the most. Like you could play Sorcerer and you could just get anything. You didn't know what you're up against. There's people who play Sorcerer, like they'd play Sorcerer, use the conjuring magic, and then they would conjure things,
send them out to fight, and then use bows to pick off.
Yeah, that was like one of the big ones with sorcerers was they would upgrade their sneak, archery, and conjuration.
Yeah,
and they would sneak, summon a ton of shit.
I love that shit.
And then snipe at a distance while their Daedra were doing all the work.
Yeah, I love that.
It's pretty sweet.
That's so like I love creative tactics. I love that so much.
And then Templars were the other really, really versatile ones.
Oh, Templars were probably... Actually, I take it back. Templars were probably the most versatile.
You could literally be a tank healer. Well, yeah, because you could be all three if you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Tank healer or
DPS.
And their DPS
it had attributes for all of it.
That one was Templar. I built it like the crit Templar, where it also, whenever I would crit on any Templar ability, I would heal myself like 15% of my maximum health.
I remember I fought a guy in a battle that was an Archer Templar, and you just couldn't touch him.
Amazing.
He was like one dude in this huge battle. He was like one guy, and just no one could touch him.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think that game has the best MMO PvP in my opinion. It's for my style, which is hundreds of people versus hundreds of people.
Big battle.
Giant castles and siege engines and shit, and it's just chaos. And there's no plans. And I love that shit.
And any plans you have will fall apart, guaranteed every time.
Yeah, and there's 3 factions, so just anything is game.
Right.
Like, my favorite moment, the moment I fell in love with that game was it was in the beta, and I got this like giant group of like 100 people, and we were all on horses riding to this castle to take an Elder Scroll.
Perfect.
And I was at the head of it. For some reason, I was at the head of it.
You ended up at the
head. There was like a hill. It was like we were coming from this way, and there's a giant hill, and then it went down this hill, and the castle was here.
Okay.
And I walked up to the top of the hill and did /point, and he went like this. And then hundreds of people just rode over the hill down into the thing.
Amazing.
And I think I jizzed myself because I was just like,
you're like, yes!
Oh, I just need this.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I just sat at the top of the hill and just was pointing, like, just watching waves of guys. And just like, it looked like that scene from, the opening scene from Gladiator, where he just points and then just like, all the shit happens. But it was like, even bigger than that. Like,
amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
That's, I'm so into that shit.
Yeah. ESO definitely had like some of the best, like, little things in a game, but like as a whole, it just like I hope someday it just perform as well. But
apparently, it's like even crazier now with the Morrowind DLC.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently, like a ton of people are playing it again. Yeah. Comparatively speaking, not that many compared to like the 10 million that play World of Warcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I might get back into it because like I have a really high level
Destiny's
character.
only like 1.5 million or some shit like that.
Really?
It's not a ton.
I know a ton of people switched to PC when it came out.
Did they?
Almost my entire clan switched to PC when it came out. Yeah.
Can you transfer your character?
I don't think so.
Then why do you even buy it on console if you're going to switch?
It's not that hard to level up a character.
No.
So like, it wasn't even out for that long. That's
sure
true. I pre-ordered mine on the Xbox so that way we could play the beta.
Yeah.
And forgot to cancel the order.
Really?
So yeah, that's why I probably would have got it on Xbox anyways, but I probably would have got a physical copy.
Right. Didn't you also get the season pass on accident?
Yeah, I did. So
fucking rip.
Yeah. But I'm not mad at that because I like, as long as these DLCs are on the level of like Taken King or Rise of Iron, I'm not mad.
Then it's fucking fine.
Yeah, I don't care.
Dude, Taken King was so good.
Yeah, they were both awesome. Unlike the fucking Crota bullshit, it was like $20 for a raid, pretty much. You get 3 story missions in a raid.
$20, not worth it. Yeah. Not fucking worth it.
Even though it had probably my favorite raid and probably, might be. It was a good raid. Taken King raid was super fun though. It was crazy, but did you know that time that we played the Taken King raid actually counted us winning even though we didn't beat it?
Yep. Because when you first load up Destiny and you fucking like
it says you beat it, and I was like, no, we got to the very end.
You cry and you jizz at the same time.
Yeah,
for like all your accomplishments.
I was like, we got to the very end.
Kim was like Taken King. Also, people in Destiny 1, it glitched hard because in Destiny 1 it said that I beat it because they everyone around me kept calling me like Kingslayer.
Yeah.
And I was like Slayer of Orcs, and I was like, what the hell? I never beat him.
I think that's how I got the sword in the game. Because I made a Titan character, and I beat the campaign, and I got a sword called the Crown Splitter.
Oh, okay.
Which is a giant claymore that only Titans can use, and it's sweet as fuck.
God, that's cool.
But I have other friends that didn't play Destiny 1, like Colin and them, and they have Titans and they beat the campaign and didn't get the sword.
Oh.
So I'm thinking it has to be. I thought it was called Crown Splitter because I'm thinking of Gaul. I was like, oh, he's like the king of the thing. So I was like, maybe that's how I got it. But after seeing that, pretty much no one else I know
has it.
And I'm
I'll level a Titan at some point.
Yeah.
And like if I get it, then we know.
Yeah. Also, Warlocks don't have their own swords. They don't have their own melee weapons. Every class except for Warlocks has their own like Hunters can only use Quick Fang, which is like the katana looking sword.
Amazing.
And then as far as I know, Titans can only use the giant claymore. Only they can use it.
Okay, I was like, there's only one sword.
No, there's a bunch of swords. Yeah, most of the swords you can switch between the characters.
But there's some swords that are, or some weapons, I guess, that are class specific. Okay. Yeah. I like that. I want a bow for a hunter. Like, not your ultimate, but like...
Yeah, an actual bow.
A bow, yeah. That'd be so fucking
like
cool.
As a heavy weapon or something?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. It'd basically just be like a iron sight sniper.
Yeah, and just NLB, but like it's a bow now.
Ooh, you'd have to only limit it to hunters.
Yeah, only hunters could
because otherwise you'd basically turn into Crisis 3 multiplayer where everyone's just using a bow.
Is that such a bad thing?
No, it was fun.
Dude, Crisis is so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember that game came out on the 360, and the 360 could not handle it.
No.
You'd walk through tall grass, and a 360 would almost explode.
Yeah. I gotta respect those guys, though, because they, like...
Oh, I love Crytek. They're like...
Because they're like,
fuck your console.
If your system can't handle it, fucking too bad.
Yeah,
we're not changing our game.
Yeah, I love it, because they don't compromise their standards. They're like, we're making a super high-quality game in all aspects, and if you can't play it, then you can't
buy next gen.
If you're a fucking gamer peasant, I'm not even saying console peasant. If you're just a gamer peasant in general, like if you have a trash PC or a trash console, then SOL. Get good, son.
PC obviously master race, but I want to make something very clear. If you have a shitty PC, you are not better than someone who owns an Xbox One.
Yeah, that's true.
You are trash.
Yeah, especially with the Scorpio coming out.
Yeah, these Scorpios are really good. Or X, whatever.
I still call it the Scorpio. Yeah. Everyone still call it. Dude, I saw a post from Microsoft and they still called it the Scorpio. It was on Facebook. They posted a thing and they still called it. But I'll say this: even though I'm a PC player, I still play with my Xbox One controller.
Well, yeah, because controllers for shooters are better. And I love them.
I know people say that a mouse and keyboard is more accurate, which may or may not be true.
Okay.
Probably is true.
Probably.
But I've played with a controller
so long.
For, I'm like 23. So 14 years.
Yeah.
I've played with a controller.
Oh, fuck.
So it's just burned into my mind. So I would say I'm as accurate with a controller as 80% of people with a mouse and keyboard.
Right. Except for the true gods.
Yeah, if some fucking Quake god, I don't think I'm on that level.
Or God, not Tom Clancy. What the hell am I saying? Is it Tom Clancy?
I also play with low sensitivity too.
I play with really high sensitivity.
Yeah. It's because when I play, it's just the way I'm used to it. I'm always it's all or nothing. I can't do
oh really
little tiny adjustments. It's
full.
I go like this. So that's one reason why. And also I almost always play long range.
Yeah.
So if you're playing with 10 out of 10 sensitivity in your long range, you're you zoom in on someone's head, and then all of a sudden you're just facing the other fucking direction.
Yeah, that's fair. I play a lot of mid range.
If I'm playing super close quarters, I turn it up. When I played Destiny 1 and I only used the Last Word.
Yeah.
Which has 0 range.
Mm-hmm.
Like I turned it up to like 6 out of 10.
Dude, I want the palindrome back in Destiny 2.
Yeah, the palindrome was good.
Not just any palindrome, the super palindrome.
Yeah.
The Lord and Savior palindrome.
I want my last word back. Or even Hawkmoon. I would take Hawkmoon.
Hawkmoon's pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was like top 3 revolvers for sure. Or hand cannons.
Yeah, sorry, world.
Yeah.
I wish there was a pistol that was a revolver that wasn't a hand cannon game, though.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
Just
It
like
wasn't like a massive...
No,
thing. It was
no,
just
not
like
a hand
normal.
cannon, just a revolver.
I like hand cannons, so I would use that.
I don't get me wrong, I like hand cannons, and like towards the end of Destiny 1,
I just like
all
giant. I just like giant, like... I like big guns that shoot giant bullets.
Giant dick guns.
Yeah. I don't like a giant minigun. I'm not into miniguns that much.
Really? Oh, so Titan exotics aren't exactly your forte.
Yeah, like I want a big gun that shoots a big ass bullet.
I'm just really happy they finally
That's why my
incorporated
favorite
silencers.
My
into
favorite
a lot of
guns
shit.
in any game are always the anti-mat rifles.
Yeah.
Like the 50 cals, the 14 or 12 millimeter like rifles. I want to have slow rate of fire and just.
But
do
I wanted
one
to
shot.
atomize everything.
Yeah, I want it to just disintegrate shit.
Or like in dude. So in Halo, the shotgun was 12 to 8 gauge.
Yeah.
So you could pick up possibly different shells. And it was awesome because you knew when you picked up 8 gauge shells in Halo 2 because you would just one hit everything.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and Halo 2 had the weakest one out of everything, out of all the shotguns too. So even like that's saying something.
Dude, I want the Halo 1 pistol back in any game.
Yeah. I'd say the Halo 4 pistol is probably the closest.
Really.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because the Halo 4 pistol, you can just use the pistol and wreck shit.
Yeah.
I'll say this. In Halo, my best weapon in any of the games, it doesn't matter which game it is, if you give me the assault rifle, I will wreck shit.
Assault rifle?
Yeah.
I think mine's battle rifle.
Unless it's like DMR battle rifle starts,
Oh.
then obviously the assault rifle is not going to be as good.
No.
But if it's an assault rifle start and everyone's picking up other weapons, I'll just keep my assault rifle. Because my idea was, I started doing this in Halo 3, which was if I get good with the gun you start with, I don't have to rely on power weapons.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I just got really good with the assault rifle. So basically, if I get in a close quarter fight with an assault rifle, unless you have a shotgun, I'm winning.
Right. Or sword.
Or sword, yeah.
Right. And even then, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So like my Halo 4 class, because you could set up your own classes.
Yeah.
Halo 4, which was amazing. Well, technically you could do it in Reach, but it was weird. It was like you could pick from pre-established classes.
Right.
I think. Halo 4, you could build your own class. And basically my class was built around speed. And everything was about speed. Speed reloading, running, unlimited sprinting, running faster. I used sticky grenades, the pistol for long range, and the assault rifle. And I was just like fucking unstoppable. And I used the
Just a monster.
I forget it's not a jump pack. It's like a strafe pack or something.
Okay.
Where you just like you tap it and you go poof, like that way a little bit, or like
Oh,
whichever
okay.
direction. I forget what the fuck it's called. But it was so good. It was perfect for CTF because I could run it. I could run all the way across the map without stopping sprinting, grab the flag, and sprint all the way back.
Nice.
And so I would just go on loop in CTF, and like
Just
no one
win.
could catch me unless they had like a sniper or something.
Right. Okay.
I loved it so much.
Dude.
Yeah.
I want SWAT back.
Oh, SWAT is the best game type in Halo.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite thing. My favorite multiplayer in Reach was SWAT.
Yeah.
Because zero armor lock.
No armor lock. None of that bullshit.
Yeah. And the maps were really good. Actually, there's a video somewhere on
Double kill.
that my friend made of just me just wrecking people in SWAT. Yeah. I don't know which one it is, otherwise I'd pull it up.
Okay.
But there's like 40 videos. I don't know what the fuck which one it is.
Right. There's
But
my favorite things in like Black Ops with multiplayer videos was you could like record your games
yeah.
like in game and
That's
share
the
them
best
with
thing
your friends.
Halo ever did too.
Yeah.
That set it apart from other multiplayers until Black Ops, I think.
Yeah. And like there were times where I was just like legitimately god tier on hardcore search and destroy, and would like take out
Best
entire
Call of Duty game type.
Absolutely would take out entire enemy teams by myself after my team failed.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. I would do that shit in World at War. There was that big map. It was like a giant field. It had 2 towns on each, like little tiny towns on each side.
Yeah.
And then there was like a train that went through the middle of the map. And I think that was the only map. It was one of the only maps in World at War where a tank would spawn sometimes. And what I would do is I would just get in the grass and crawl with my sniper.
Amazing.
And I would just fucking take out the entire enemy team on Search and Destroy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best time in Call of Duty. Hardcore search and destroy. Your
Yeah.
team's down, and you need to just do it.
Yeah.
You win.
Yep.
Amazing. So it's like airdrops in Call of Duty Black Ops. One time I was against an entire enemy team, and I was like, please, God, give me something good. And it was like a minigun. I was like, I've got this.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So, gaming industry is fucked. For now.
Yeah, for
At least
real.
AAAs. AAAs are pretty much fucked.
I want Bethesda because we've seen Bethesda can publish and make amazing shooters, being like Doom and Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
and just go into like that Call of Duty-esque war franchise type shit.
People were complaining about Bethesda 2 recently.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Here, let me have it saved on my phone. I was in a chat earlier when we were talking about it. It was early this morning though, so I don't remember it. Oh yeah, it's Bethesda's problem with fucking republishing games 6 times, like Skyrim.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
re-releasing Skyrim on 2 different platforms.
Now
this year.
Here's what I'm gonna say. VR cannot be held against them because it's fucking cool and it's what everyone has been chomping at the bit for. So you can't blame them for something everybody asks for.
But the Switch?
The Switch is just bullshit. Now, speaking of the Switch, Nintendo does nothing original.
Nintendo, in my opinion, is absolute cancer.
They're fucking the worst. Because
Now, I'll give them this. Mario Odyssey, for a Nintendo game,
apparently pretty great.
is pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of videos on it.
Breath of the Wild, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So
they're finally getting their
Well,
shit back together.
the dumb fucks finally reimagined a world, but it's still a Zelda game. That's my problem.
Yeah, but
Like,
they made Zelda what it always should have been, which is a super open world RPG.
Yeah. Which
Like a
is cool.
true RPG.
Which is amazing and
Yeah,
sweet.
besides the fact that there's no class system, but other than that, it
from the-
really is an RPG.
Right. Well, you gotta play as Link or it's not Zelda.
Yeah, but you like,
Or Link.
but like Link in that game
whatever.
can vary heavily on like what he's wearing, weapons you use.
Yeah. But, so if they're gonna fucking flame Bethesda for that, you must first look to the kings of re-releasing shit over and over and over.
Yeah. Nintendo has
And
like
look at
4
Nintendo.
IPs and they only release those games.
Those 4 IPs. And like, I understand people love Pokemon, and Pokemon's real cool. But like, what is the difference?
People complain about Call of Duty being the same game every year.
Fucking Pokemon.
Fucking Pokemon.
Every year. I'm sorry, dog. Sun and Moon is the
I was
fucking
done
same.
with that shit the day it happened.
Yeah. Like,
When I had Yellow, first video game I ever owned was Pokemon Yellow.
okay.
And then whatever the fuck next one came out, like Red or whatever the fuck the next one was.
I don't even know.
I was like, cool, a new Pokemon game. Can
And
I
it is-
transfer my Pokemon over? And people were like, no, why would you even think that? Because this was back in like 99 or whatever.
Because I want to play my Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm like, I caught all these other Pokemon. Can I not use them in this one? And everyone's like, no, you have to catch them all again. I'm like, I'm not playing it.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
the
not playing
fucking
it.
point?
I unlocked all the shit already.
I'm
That's like Call of
just
Duty.
saying.
I unlocked all the shit. Why are you making me get it again?
Right. It's like, dude, I'm... With Pokemon, though, it's...
If you hit 10th Prestige in Call of Duty, you should just be 10th Prestige. Forever. You're just 10th Prestige.
You have accomplished hundreds of hours worth of
Yeah.
gameplay.
And maybe in the next one, make it so you can go up, like, raise the cap. Maybe you go up to 20th Prestige.
Right. But
I'm not fucking erasing... And I thought that was my problem with Prestige. I got all the weapons. Why
Right.
the fuck would I give them up for a badge?
Exactly. Fuck that shit. In Modern Warfare 2...
I'm not gonna give up all my sweet unlocks for like a dick measuring contest.
At least
Like,
in Modern Warfare 2, they didn't fix it, but you could take one weapon back with you.
yeah,
So there was that. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
But
I think in
still-
Modern Warfare 2 was the only time I ever prestige. I did it once so I could get into a clan. It was like you had to be a second prestige to get into the clan.
Yeah.
and I did it only for that.
Well, and like with Call of Duty, I made prestiges interesting with I would do like I did an entire shotgun, pistol, rifle, and sniper rifle prestiges.
Yeah.
It's the only weapon I use the entire time.
Yeah.
But no, for real. So like, if you're gonna fucking bash Bethesda, my dudes, you really have to look to like these other companies who are
Nintendo needs to go fucking die.
Nintendo.
Not the employees. I'm not threatening anyone's life. I'm saying.
Hold on, yeah.
I'm saying.
But
The company.
Make a new goddamn game. You know what's the most frustrating thing about Nintendo?
No.
They make Mario Odyssey. They fucking
No, they make new games. They're just trash.
Yeah, they have fucking what's it like Breath of the Wild, and they're amazing, right?
Yeah.
But then they're like actual new games aren't good.
Like ARMS.
So what
ARMS
the
is a fucking dumb
fuck
game.
is the problem?
Yeah.
Like, dude, make a new RPG. No one's gonna be mad at you for not releasing a Zelda game every year. Take 1 year off, make a new, like, actual new world.
I wouldn't be mad if they
No
made
one would
like
be
a
angry.
Mario, Zelda, or other game, like Metroid game or anything, like every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, like to a console.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo consoles lifespans are what, probably 8 to 10ish years lifespans, except for
The Wii U.
Wii U, which was terrible.
Yeah.
So just like fuck
The only
off.
thing I loved in the Wii U was the Ninja game. You had the controller, the like big fucking pad.
Yeah.
And on the pad was a Ninja Star.
Ooh.
And on the actual thing were like targets on the actual TV.
That's
and
amazing.
you'd hold the Ninja Star and go like that and fling it. And for some reason, no one could beat me at that game. I was just fucking good at it.
That's
I was
pretty
like,
sweet.
I was like, I am Ninja. What the fuck you expect? And I was like, just
I
like-
am Ninja.
Yeah, and I could do it super fast. I could be like, shooting Ninja
Yeah,
Stars
like
everywhere.
2 Zelda games a console,
Yeah.
right? Like with GameCube, it was like, I think it was only 2. I think it was Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, right? And Twilight Princess was also on the Wii,
Yeah.
and it was Skyward Sword.
Yep.
And yeah.
And
So-
then there wasn't one for the Wii U. But honestly, the Wii U is like the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Scorpio. It's like, it's the same thing, just like upgraded.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Which is why consoles are dumb.
Why can't you just silly? Just switch out your goddamn fucking graphics
I'm not
card.
buying a
motherfucker.
whole new console.
No, fuck that.
That's how I know. Someone was trying to tell me that the Xbox One X would be better than my PC.
That's not true.
And I'm like, my graphics card costs more than the fucking Xbox One X.
Right.
It's not as good.
It'll
There's no
be-
way. Otherwise, if to make Xbox One X as good as my PC, it would cost like $2,500.
Yeah.
Like, it probably costs like $3,000 because $2,000 of it would be on hardware, and then they would have to mark it up to make a profit.
Right. Well, Microsoft doesn't make money on their consoles.
So they don't mark up their consoles at all.
It's marked up a little bit, but they are sold slightly under what they're actually like.
What they could sell it for.
Well, yeah, it's slightly under what they're actually valued at because, but then they make all their money off of Xbox Live subscriptions. Which another fucking problem with Nintendo is Nintendo makes, and I'm gonna fucking say it, hardware-wise shitty consoles on kind of the
No, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was like,
because the fucking Switch. I'm sorry, motherfuckers.
That's
but
trash.
It has a tablet processor. It can run Breath of the Wild for 2 hours. It's gonna run Skyrim for an hour and a half. Fucking sorry.
I'll say
dog.
this.
but like
when it's plugged in, when it's playing
It's
Mario
fine.
Odyssey, I was surprised by how good it looks. It still doesn't look amazing.
well, it's a Mario
I'm not like
game,
I'm not
so
like,
it's gonna be
"Ugh," but like
it's gonna be
I was
cartoony.
like, holy shit! It was like running at like 1080p
Ooh, nice.
on the TV at like
That's
I don't
not bad.
know if it's 60, but it's close to 60 frames.
Not bad at all.
And I'm like it's not a whole lot to render, but I
looks
haven't
good.
seen textures like that on in a Nintendo game.
On a Nintendo console ever.
Yeah, and I'm like, it looks amazing.
But yeah, so fuckers, Nintendo sells them at they make money
Dude,
on the console sale.
Do you know how hype I would be if Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild was released on PC?
Oh, I play
You know
it.
how much
I
money they would
fucking
make?
Buy
You know
it.
how much money they would make?
Yeah, I really.
And it's not even on a competitor because they're not competing with PC. You can't.
Right.
No one competes with PC. The consoles just compete against each other.
Yeah, because almost every game comes out on PCs, so it's not actually competition.
Yeah.
In like the same.
Unless it's
buttons.
like The Last of Us is probably the only thing that ever competed with the PC.
Right. I'd buy Breath of the Wild on.
Yeah. I'd play that shit in a heartbeat.
But I'm not.
And
gonna
I'm not even a
spend-
huge Zelda fan.
I'm not going to buy a Zelda box, which is what the Switch is right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to rebuy Skyrim to
Yeah.
play it on tablet. I mean, I can play it on a PC.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog.
And that's my other problem with Nintendo. It took me a while to come up with this theory. So I was like, why are they garbage?
why
And
do
this
I-
is why.
Why is it love or
Nintendo
hate?
is the very definition of trying to fix something that's not broken.
Yeah.
They always got to come up with new, innovative, gimmicky shit.
I just want the GameCube back.
Yeah, the GameCube.
Honestly, I
the
really
GameCube
do.
And no, I'll say it. The N64 was gimmicky.
How was the N64 gimmicky?
The controller was fucking bonkers.
Oh, the triple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Who
it
the
was.
fuck does that? One of my favorite memes
Who the fuck
ever.
has 3 hands?
Yeah, one of my favorite memes ever was like,
Oh, it's 3-hand one. I
yes, a
ruined it.
3-handed one.
I ruined the joke.
The guy's like, or they're asking him. You only see his back, and they're like, "So how do you like our new controller?" And he holds up the N64 controller, and he has 3 arms, and he's like, "It's perfect."
Yeah, it's like
I don't want to switch my grip to access new buttons.
no, it's not the
That
point
doesn't
of the
make sense.
fucking controller.
Now, the GameCube controller was
Amazing.
4 controllers, looked bonkers as shit.
But
It didn't make any. When I looked at a GameCube controller for the first time, I was like,
what the hell is this?
coming from, because
But-
I hadn't gone to Xbox yet, but I had a PlayStation.
Yeah.
So going from a PlayStation controller to a GameCube controller is like, what the hell?
What am I looking at?
It doesn't even make
but
sense.
it makes sense once
But
you
it's
start.
it doesn't take long to get adjusted.
No,
to.
and it works.
yeah.
I just want the GameCube back.
The GameCube was the last thing. The only thing gimmicky about the GameCube were the small discs.
Yeah,
Nothing else about the GameCube was gimmicky.
but apart from that, it was like, and I guess the name, but whatever.
yes, yeah, whatever.
Xbox
But, like,
was an X on a box.
if you look at Nintendo's history, they always come up with crazy, stupid shit like the Power Glove and the fucking yeah, right. Which
Yeah.
I need a Power Glove. I would just wear it around.
I would too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
so
cut the cord. I wouldn't even use it. I would just
Yeah.
like have it.
don't
and
hear me
then-
saying I hate Nintendo.
And then they had one where like it's
I'm
like
saying.
fucking like a VR thing, but what it was like a tripod and you'd set it on your desk and it was like you know those like eye exam things
Yeah.
you look into? It was basically that, and you look into it and you see the game in the inside.
Huh.
But it was fucking burning little kids' retinas, so they stopped producing it.
Huh.
And then they had the Proto Wii, which I don't know what it's called, but it was basically it was a motion capture. It was like in the 80s or early 90s, and it was like a ring you set up on the ground, and then I think you wear something on your hands, and the ring reads where your hands are.
Huh. Okay.
It was like the Proto
Or like
Wii.
the way back.
And then the Wii was fucking gimmicky as shit.
One Nintendo's, yeah, but the Wii worked because it hit.
Well, that's the
this
thing.
weird-
Nintendo was like, we're gonna do as many gimmicks as possible and see what sticks to the wall.
and the Wii stuck.
Yeah.
The Wii was good,
Dude, they've
but
lost so much money on trying to like come up with innovative shit that no one wants.
The Wii was good because it was kind of the first of its kind, truly.
Yeah, I mean there was the iToy for the PlayStation, but that was like garbage.
Yeah, and then the Kinect for Xbox,
Yeah,
which was garbage.
The only time I ever loved the Kinect was in Battlefield 4, and because you could have it set to where if you're flying a vehicle, or like I said flying a vehicle, but it mostly applied to when you were flying a helicopter or a jet. You have it set to where you hold down the left trigger, because normally you hold down the left trigger and you can use the stick to look around.
Yeah.
But you could hold down the left trigger and go like this with your head. And
Oh,
have it
that's
look.
actually amazing.
And it was I was always in aerial vehicles. So when you're flying a helicopter, because helicopters have the glass panels on the bottom, so we can see where you're landing. And it was so nice to be flying a helicopter and then just go like this, tilt your head down a little bit, and then the camera zooms down. You can see where you're landing.
That's
That
amazing.
was so good.
some cool shit.
Yeah, that was probably the only advantage to playing Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Was for that.
I think it sucks because like
Or when you're dogfighting, it's so useful on a jet.
yeah.
When you're trying to look around and find the other enemy jets and shit. Oh my god. Yeah.
But I think the thing that bugs me the most about Nintendo is like Wind Waker was one of my favorite games I ever played.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess was also up there.
They make good games.
like, dog, just make a good game. Like,
yeah. They
Quit-
make good games
quit
and then
reprinting
they,
the same
they
shit.
put them on like the shittiest consoles.
yeah, make a good console
Yeah.
and make a good console.
I would buy a Nintendo console if it was a
a good dedicated game console.
Yeah.
It's like there's no gimmick to it. It's just really good hardware.
It's a gaming console, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's just good hardware, and you just put a disc in it, and you play a game on a TV with a normal controller. How hard is that?
Do that, Nintendo, and then stop reprinting games at a rate to where I don't know the difference between them anymore.
Yeah.
Except for not Twilight. What am I saying? Twilight Princess, but like except for Zelda, it's always you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But,
I can't. Dude, I'm about to get so much fucking hate right now.
what?
But when I'm watching Zelda Let's Plays, I can never tell the difference between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
Really?
Yeah, I can't tell.
How can you not tell it?
So let me play this.
Dog,
Let me put it
it's
this
so
way.
different.
Let me put it this way. I never had an N64 growing up.
Okay.
Only time I ever even played N64 was when I went over to my friend's house occasionally.
All right.
I didn't grow up playing any of the Zelda games or Mario games, except for I played Mario 64 a shit ton.
Okay.
So that way, I can't tell the difference between the two.
All right.
Any other Zelda games, I can obviously I can tell the difference between Wind Waker and any of the other ones because it looks so different.
Right.
Same thing with Twilight Princess.
Well, Wind Waker is best.
Which is why Twilight Princess, when it came out, was my favorite one. Because it looked like so realistic and dark and gritty. And I was like, yes.
This is nice.
Because that's my style. I love it.
But the early
It was
ones,
basically like Dark Souls Zelda. And I was like, yes.
Dude, I cannot
Obviously, Dark
believe-
Souls didn't exist then. But
I cannot believe you couldn't tell the difference between Majora's Mask and Ocarina.
I can't. I probably could, like, if you put them side by side, I probably could.
Okay.
Yeah, if you put them side by side, I could. But, like, when I'm watching, like, if you put a random clip from either one of the games up there, I probably couldn't tell you. Obviously, you could, like, if you see the giant moon, I can tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's Ocarina, right? Is the moon.
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, it is, right? Because Majora's
telling
Mask has nothing to do with the...
I'm still not going to tell you.
Yeah, and it's all about time, so obviously it's Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina, you have to go back in time and fix all of it. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. But
See, that's my
well,
point.
hey, what's the name?
This proves my point.
What's the name of the first Zelda game?
Legend of Zelda.
What though?
Nothing. The very first Zelda game was just Legend of Zelda.
Nah, dog. It was A Link to the Past.
No, Link to the Past was the sequel.
You lie. Look it up.
Motherfucker.
It was A Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is Zelda 2, dude.
You lie.
Yeah, I know I'm not.
In order. No. Because that's The Adventures of Link. Link to the Past is 2007. That doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on Wii. That's Wii release, dog.
Let's do,
Yeah, we need, like...
Legend of Zelda is the very first game. And then A Link to the Legend of... I'm telling you, dude.
No way.
Dude,
I've been lied to.
Colin and Alan are Legend of Zelda
I've been lied to
fanatics.
my whole life.
Yeah. The only reason I know this is because I've seen the Let's Plays of these ones
When did you watch those?
forever ago.
Why?
Because, I mean, the Zelda games are interesting. They have interesting stories. But yeah. The original Legend of Zelda was just Legend of Zelda.
I thought the first one was Link to the Past. Crazy.
I forgot about this one, Adventure of Link. I did forget about that one. So technically we were both wrong, because I thought Link to the Past was Zelda 2. So technically we were both wrong. I don't even remember Link's Awakening. The Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Majora's.
No, you want to talk about the best Zelda game
Dude,
ever
Four
made?
Swords, obviously.
You want to talk about the best Zelda game ever made?
Yeah, fucking
Which were,
Wind Waker.
No.
Fight
it
me.
was fucking... what were those games? Hold on. They were like the super trash third-party Zelda games.
Wait, what?
Fuck, what are they called?
Was it Four Swords? Because that's its sub-series.
No. It was, Wand of Gamelon. Wand of Gamelon. Good? Hell no. Not even close.
Is Wand of Gamelon good?
Like, this is what the cinematics look like. They're like weird cartoon.
What is happening?
They're like weird cartoony Fucking hold on. We gotta go to YouTube and watch it.
You say worst, I say best.
Well, I said best, but it was sarcastic.
I mean best.
They weren't even made by Nintendo. They were like outsourced. There's 3 of them, and they were outsourced.
So are they canon?
No, not even close.
Oh, Wand of
Zelda,
Gamelon.
Duke Onkled is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon. I'm going to Gamelon to aid him.
But Father, what if something happens to you?
I'll take the Triforce of Courage to protect
Dude.
me. If you don't hear from me in a month, send Link.
Impa? Don't worry, Zelda. The Triforce of Wisdom promises the king will safely return.
The Triforce
No,
with 4 sides.
My
Yeah.
ship sails in the morning.
What's happening right now?
What's for dinner?
Look at Link.
Oh boy, I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok.
Dude, this is the best.
We're just gonna sit here and watch this.
And still no word. I'm certain he's all right.
Yeah, that old Ganon's no match for the king.
Link, go to Gamelon and find my father.
Great, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
What the fuck? Later still.
Wake up, Impa. We're going to Gamelon. All right, dear.
Oh yeah, this one you play as Zelda.
The Triforce of Wisdom.
Oh.
You're rescuing Link.
What?
Yeah. So your
Course
dad.
I'm on your side, but I still have to sell the stuff. Just pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
They're rupees.
Sorry,
not rubies.
Zelda.
Are the rupees?
Not enough rubies.
The Indian currency
You'll have
used in
to
a
wipe
video
out a
game?
few more gorillas
A
to
rupee.
get that.
Everyone ran when the
Hold
Gleeok
on,
came.
wait. Oh, here's the mommy.
This round! No! It's gone!
When you defeat the mummy. Yeah, it makes sense, right?
This'll make a great omelet. Here!
What is this?
Yeah, dude. It's just. Hold on.
Oh, dude, is that the crack?
I'm on LSD,
It's too
dude.
dark to see it, but the Triforce says you can only win by falling. I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
You
dude, this game
dare
is
bring
best for
light
free.
to my lair? You must die!
Dude, he's got those pow hands.
The chains! No! You haven't seen the last of me!
Dude, this shit is mind-blowing that it exists.
What? I wonder what happened to...
Oh, you should see the gameplay. Hold on.
Dude, look at those seduction eyes.
Ah. That's what I get for typing with one hand. Good. I'm about to have a conniption fit.
What am I watching? This is my punishment for thinking A Link to the Past was first. That's what this is.
Is this?
Hiya guys,
No, I don't want to hear you talk.
No, stop talking in this Let's Play. Please,
No
motherfucker.
commentary. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, and it's on a
I'm
Commodore
going to
64, I
Ganon.
believe.
And still no word.
Wait to
So
bomb
when
some
the
Dodongos.
Game Grumps played this, they played it. Aaron played it with a was it Commodore or something? It was basically a like a PowerPoint presentation controller.
Oh my god,
It's
that's
like a
amazing.
one-handed thing, and he beat it with that. Is there no fucking sounds?
I guess no commentary meant no sound.
Yeah, because the sounds are amazing. And then, okay, so the guy that designed this designed 2 of the games, and then there's a third one that was so bad that the guy who designed these ones said he couldn't finish it. Yeah,
What the fuck
I don't
is
remember what
this?
it's called.
You draw the line to the third one.
Yeah. What were the other ones? There's 3 of them. Faces of Evil. What was the third one? Oh, CDI, that's what it was. Zelda.
The fact that it has a 3.5 rating out of 5 on eBay is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's a meme thing. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. This is Zelda's
Oh, this looks
Adventure.
pretty bad.
Zelda's Adventure has live cutscenes.
Live cutscenes?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been a while since I watched some Game Grumps. I think I might have to fucking tune into some of this shit.
I'll watch it.
You watch all the Game Grumps?
I've watched Game Grumps almost every day since 2012 or 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking impressive.
The worst day, one of the worst days of my life was the day they announced that JonTron wasn't going to be on it anymore. Was the day before I moved.
Oh my god.
The day before I moved to Georgia.
Oh shit.
So I was like, dude, my life sucks. I'm moving to Georgia away from everybody. And I was in the bed watching Game Grumps. They're like, yeah, JonTron's not going to be on the show anymore. And I was like, I was so fucking pissed. Oh yeah, dude, just check this out.
Oh my god, it's an actual live action cutscene.
Yeah. I don't even know who this is supposed to be.
The scroll of Sherbak, bearer of sad news these many years ago. And so it was that Ganon, Lord of Darkness, had taken over Ptolemaic. He had stolen the treasured celestial signs and captured Link, a brave warrior. And so I found this champion of strength and courage. It is you, Princess Zelda. With this magic pendant, go forth, and with each sign you gather, so too will you gain knowledge. Find your magic wand, use it wisely,
frame rate
and listen
ever.
to your
Dude,
allies.
solid
along the way.
0.5 a second.
Go now, my princess, restore the celestial signs and rescue Link.
I guess we can find that first Triforce.
Congratulations, Zelda. You have prevailed.
Oh, dude, that ADR is
You must
on
travel
point.
to a place of festival. Rumor tells it is found
I can't handle
in the
this.
great forest. Waters.
This shit's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you know there's some motherfucker out there who this is their favorite game that has ever come out.
Horrifying than you expect.
No.
There's one
In
guy.
almost any case, any other game, I would say yes.
There's one guy who's like, this is my favorite. I love it. Bring back live action cutscenes.
No, live action cutscenes are horrible. Some of the ones in Command & Conquer were okay. The live cutscenes in Red Alert 3, because they all had super hot chicks in it.
Super hot, and they're Russian.
Yeah. Or British. No, I don't think there's any British. No, there's one British chick.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this is what the game looks like. It's like this top-down view, and it's all like actual photos and shit.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. How does that work?
I'll show you. Zelda's Adventure.
Princess Zelda, you've succeeded.
Let's see. Speedrun. Hold on, I want to see this shit.
Hello, everybody. This is me.
Quit talking.
Oh, I'm gonna hear that bass line. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That fucking bass line is ridiculous. Let's see.
What the fuck? Habla!
You could edit that picture into a really funny thing.
You really could.
Well, this load time. This is what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I kind of get what it means. Okay.
Yeah. It just says that. Yep. That's what the game looks like.
And are chilled by the wind.
Dude, this shit is fucking mind-blowing.
Pity a suffering creature exiled from great.
Well, all right.
It's funny because some of the
Okay.
voices in the game are like, the background noise is so loud that it's just like you just hear. It's like important quest shit, and it's just like,
Holy shit. It's fucking insanity. Dude, best game ever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's one guy, man, I'm telling you.
If I was on an island by myself, definitely would take that game.
Definitely would take that game. I would take a game that required the internet. So by the rules, they'd have to let me play it still, so I would call for help.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm here. Off the island.
Just PUBG.
Oh, shit. Dude, no, because then people would come and just kill me.
Maybe.
They just fucking come and be like, pow.
Technically, you would have the most... you'd have the best chance of, like, reaching somebody that could help you. Because you're talking to, like, 100 people at one time.
Oh, true.
Of the game.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am at these coordinates. Come and fucking help me, please.
Yeah. Please bring food and then leave.
Yeah.
I want to stay here.
Just bring food and bitches.
Yeah. Bitches.
And more games.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes. Alright. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Not as tangent filled. We got our point across.
Yeah. We pretty much stayed on the topic of video games the entire time.
Awesome. We're the best.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dude, Airsoft is awesome. Let's just... I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Look at Airsoft.
Get my AK-47 out.
Alright. That's it for the fucking podcast. Yeah. I'm retarded because I thought Link to the Past was first. Whatever.
Yeah, fucking get good, scrub.
I know. Normies.
Zelda fans, get out!
Dude, for real. Get the fuck out, Nintendo nerds.
Yeah. No, Nintendo fans are just weeaboos. They really are.
They're like, no, I just really like Nintendo. No, you're a weeb.
Yeah.
I think I'd be fine with everything about Nintendo fans. They would just admit they were weebs. Just admit you want to fuck a Pokemon, please. Just say it.
Or Princess Peach. They all want to fuck Princess Peach.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Why you looking at me like that?
Because I don't believe you.
No, I really don't.
Have you seen those lips? Have you seen that meme?
She has some DSLs, that's for sure.
Dude, it's like the funniest meme ever.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it. It's too ridiculous.
Yeah.
Too bad. Just it's about Princess Peach's lips. Just look it up sometime.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks
Bye,
for watching, dudes. Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Get crazy with us.